Hi, this is Jill from Fabric Garden. Welcome to our Thursday Facebook Live. We appreciate you joining us or joining us via our email on Friday mornings. So we haven't had new fabric deliveries today, but we're expecting some either tomorrow or next week. You can always watch our website for the new arrivals. We have that on the front page of our website. So I thought I would start out with the other week we showed the Kringle quilt kit. And the Kringle quilt, it's just cute. So this is a panel quilt with a small amount of piecing and a little bit of fusible applique. So we're about to send our sample out to the quilter. So I thought I'm going to unfold this and see if we can get it in. Are we getting it in the picture? Most of it. I'll step back. How's that? Okay, I just think he is the cutest Santa. He's so primitive and almost folk art. The colors are wonderful. The images are wonderful. And really all that's pieced here are the trees. A little piecing for the trees, a little piecing down at the bottom for the checkerboard. But the rest, we have just actually just fused it and used a raw edge applique. So we've just stitched 1/8 of an inch away from the edge. And I think Melly sewed this for us, and she just used a monofilament thread. So you really can't even see it. So it is going to head off to the quilter, and we'll show it to you again when it's back. Okay, so I wanted to go over what is coming up in our blocks of the month and sew-alongs, just to keep you reminded, keep it fresh in your mind. So we have already started the Floral Felicity, and this is the sew-along with So Kind of Wonderful, which are the inventors of the Quick Curve Ruler and the Wonder Curve Ruler. So this is a Wonder Curve project. It makes a large quilt that actually the large quilt finishes 80 by 101. But you could, if you didn't want to make a giant quilt, this can also be divided into 4 smaller quilts. So that could be fun too, to have 4 quilts instead of 1 giant one. And the quilt looks very much like an applique quilt, but this is piecing. And with the ruler has, you can't really see because this has got the paper on it, but it has the curve, so you use the ruler to cut your curves. And then the ruler has markings, so you sew this curve with no pinning. So it's okay if you're a little wonky because the pieces are cut a little oversized, and then you use the lines on the ruler to trim it to perfection. So very fun. This program has started, but we do have a kit left. This is coming, it is 12 sections, but you will be getting just 3 kits. So each kit will have 4 months worth of fabric in it. The pattern comes as a book, and So Kind of Wonderful will, every month they have a Facebook video demonstration, and every month they have a Facebook Live question and answer with the ruler and fabric and pattern designers. So I think that's a great program with a lot of support. The fabrics are beautiful, and it's a fun new technique. If you haven't tried piecing with the Wonder Curve ruler or the Quick Curve ruler, it's a fun technique. Let's see, then coming up, we're waiting for fabric. It could arrive any day. We've got a traditional block of the month called Vintage Rose, and this is from Timeless Treasures. And, you know, this is a large quilt. This quilt finishes 87 by 87. We've done bigger. And so it's hard when they shrink the quilt down to see the fabrics in this. But these are, if you go to the website and you visit the page that features this, I have put some pictures of the fabric up there so you can get a little bit better look at the fabrics. But the name Rose is in here because this fabric line does have roses in the prints. So this is a 12-month program, and it is only $19 a month. So that is a really good deal. This is a program that is designed to be beginner friendly. So we will be starting with the simplest blocks, working our way up, but none of the quilt units in here would be considered advanced level quilting. So this is really for all levels of quilters. And we will be starting this as soon as fabric arrives. It is due anytime. It has not left the warehouse yet, so we're at least 2 or 3 weeks out from starting. So that is Vintage Rose. Also coming up soon, we have 3 other programs. Is that right? Yes, 3. So we have got from Lori Holt, The Quilted Witch. Now, Lori Holt, her quilts are very scrappy. She uses every piece in her new line is in this quilt. So this quilt actually uses about 19 and a half yards of fabric. So the pattern is not designed to be a block of the month. It is just designed as a regular pattern, so it is not broken down in any way for distributing the fabric monthly. So we will be running this as a sew-along. You will get all of your fabrics and your pattern at the beginning, and then we will be producing monthly videos, breaking this quilt down into logical sections for you to sew along with us as we make our quilt. And if you know me, you know I'm not a huge Halloween gal. I'm more a fall girl, but I'm going to make this because I think it is so cute. So this we're expecting September, October, again, depending on fabric delivery. Also coming up in that same time frame from Bunny Hill Designs, this is called 20 Blue Baskets. And as you can see, there are 20 blue baskets. So this, you could use your favorite method of applique, but this quilt is very conducive to needle turn applique. So if you have been wanting to learn needle turn applique, once we have our fabrics and we get started, I will be doing a class the 4th Saturday morning of each month where we will be learning needle turn applique, or if you already know how, you can just come and stitch and visit and enjoy. This again is coming as a full kit because the pattern is using a layer cake. And we decided we didn't want to try to open up and divvy up the layer cake over months. So this will be going as a full kit with the backgrounds and the layer cake, and of course borders and bindings will be included in that kit. And last but not least, we have not been able to get a very good picture of this. The fabric line is called Dawn on the Prairie, and the quilt is called Prairie Picnic Quilt. This is a sampler style quilt that is done in rows. And a sampler quilt is a great way to work on other techniques. So I did manage to get a fat quarter bundle in advance of the fabric release, so maybe Carol Ann will pan down and let you see these beautiful fabrics. There's lots of colors from chocolate to charcoal to kind of a burnt red, burnt orange, pink, a beautiful blue, lights, and green. I'm particularly loving these prints that look like cross stitch. I also love this background that's kind of got the little X's, almost looks like a night sky. And I also really love this one with the little tiny flowers. But all the prints in this are beautiful. I love that the fabrics are not the same colors that we tend to work with all the time. So it's gonna, you know, I just think it's an interesting color combination and I'm going to love it. So since I did manage to get an advanced bundle of fat quarters, I started to sew mine. So this is row 1. And row 1 is strip piecing, and then we're going to learn to fussy cut our stripped piecing and sew it together. So that is row 1. I don't want to stretch my fabric. It is cut on the bias. I'm going to hold it so I don't have to cut it. But beautiful fabrics, fun piecing, that really didn't take too long to do, and so I hope you will join us in making a row every month. So this will come in monthly kits. This is going to be, let me look at my cheat sheet. This is going to be 9 months, $22 a month, and you will end up with a fat quarter of each piece of the line, all the background you need, and the binding that you need. So I think that I have showed you everything. Floral Felicity, Quilted Witch, Vintage Rose, 20 blue baskets, and the Prairie Picnic Quilt. So I hope you will consider joining us for one of these fun programs that will be starting between now and fall. And if you're ready for your Christmas quilt, get Mr. Chris Kringle here. And that is it for this week. So thank you so much for joining us.